Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm Reverend Dr. Suzi Schadle. I'm the minister here at Suncoast Center for Spiritual Living. And I just got to handle something right off the bat here. When I got ready to leave the house, I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, Lucy, we got some splaining to do. Because I don't normally dress in my costume for church. However, it's a very spiritual thing. Lori Prescott and I, mouthed off a couple weeks ago about our Seattle Seahawks coming to town to beat the Tampa Bay Bucks. That's not exactly what happened. Writing a letter to the Seahawks saying, thanks a lot, guys. So the bet was with our board president, Jane Keys, that if the Bucks won, we had to wear Bucks shirts. So, women of our word,
Yes.
we're wearing our Bucks shirts. So, and I will tell you that now that I live here in Florida, the Bucks are my second team. The Seattle Seahawks are still my first team. Take some time to wean yourself from things like this. So, but there you are. Just so you know that we're on the up and up, and when we say we're going to do something, we do it. So there you go. Come back next week, and I'll be dressed up for church. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Lori. I'm glad I was. Okay. So this is a season often that makes us want to go home for the holidays. And I know for me, when I think of going home for the holidays, I think of the family home. The family that I grew up in. And I have to tell you, that is long since gone. I mean, both my parents have moved on to the next adventure, and we haven't had a family home in a very long time. So, sometimes that home becomes a friend's house where I celebrate the holidays with a friend. Sometimes I actually make a home in my own home, and I celebrate with, I had a cat. I don't have a cat now, but so I'm not going to celebrate at home because there's not even a cat to celebrate with. So, the point is that sometimes, even though we know we've moved on, we've grown up and we're creating new space for home, that sometimes that consciousness of, oh yeah, the Christmas card Christmas, the Hallmark card movie type thing is what we tend to think about. And sometimes we think about going back home. We think going back home to a safe and loving and welcoming place. We think of that when really it might be a good idea if we started thinking of going toward a new home, a home of our own intention and our own creation. We can choose to create whatever sense of home it is that works for us and invite others to share in that home that we establish and that we ground ourselves in. Now, I think Reverend Catherine even alluded to this in her prayer, that there are many different meanings for home, lots of different varieties of places that we call home. And so I'm going to take you on one of the, how they do that thing, you can see it on your computer where things zoom way in and zoom way out. So we're going to do a zoom experience this morning. So, some of those places that we call home, some of us live in places like apartments or condos, or some of us are young enough, or we're still young enough to remember living in dorm rooms, and we call that home. And some people live in mobile homes, and some people live in tent cities, and some people live on the street, and some people live in mansions. So these are all different kinds of homes that we can think of, that we can come to. And we're going to zoom back a little bit now, and we're going to see that those things are located in the country, and they're located in the city, and in the desert, and in the mountains, and by the water. And then we're going to zoom back just a little bit further, and we're going to look at our planet Earth. And we're going to see that those places exist in Africa, and in Europe, and in North America, and all the different continents and countries that make up this globe. And then we zoom back just a little bit further and we see what our planet's place is in the solar system, our planet's place in space. And we're part of the Milky Way galaxy among lots of other galaxies. And if we zoom back all the way, what we realize is that we are at home in Spirit's infinite universe. Always home there, no matter what any of the other things are. That space is within us, and it is all around us. And that is home. James Bean wrote, by home we mean a place in which the mind can settle, a refuge to which we flee in the expectation of finding those calm pleasures, those soothing kindnesses, which are the sweetness of life. All of us tend to think of home as a place where we can just kind of go, ah. You sort of take the Nestea plunge, and you, ah. And we'll kind of let our hair down and our shoulders down, and we can just relax a little bit. Sometimes. Not always. Home isn't always that. But home is a much more expansive idea even than that. We're always home in the heart of spirit. Always home in the heart of spirit. And if we can keep ourselves mindful of that, no matter where we are, what we're doing, what the situation, what the circumstance, we can be at home. We can have that sense of, we're surrounded by good. Home is not confined by any kind of physical space or physical location or bricks and mortar necessarily. Spirit's presence is everyone's home. And we're there with a huge, huge family. Everyone's at home in Spirit's presence. It's an oasis for healing and giving and sharing of every nature. And it's a place where we can experience and express the qualities of God, like love and kindness and joy and welcoming. That's what makes things home. You notice how some homes that you go to, you just kind of waltz in and you're like, oh, wow, it feels good. It feels good to be here. And that's the kind of home that we have in Heart of Spirit. We can express those qualities ourselves anytime, anywhere we choose. I know that when I get ready for either holidays or any kind of an occasion, and I think people are going to come over, friends are going to come, I really split things up and I make things nice for them. And then I always wonder, once I get it all set and go, wow, this is good, this is nice. I think, why don't I do that for myself? Why don't I create that kind of home space for myself? Aren't I to love myself as much as I love others? Mm-hmm. Yeah, think about that. When you get ready to sell a place, you get it all spiffed up and you go, gosh, I would buy this, I like it, I should get up here now, it's really nice. But we can do that all the time. And we can do much more than that. Whether we have a space that's our own or we don't, or we share space with somebody else. Or if you're like me, where I'm kind of in a vagabond, I'm sleeping in some different bed every night, it seems like. Now I've got some explaining to do, right? Because I'm kind of an itinerant preacher right now. So I only spend a few nights a week at home, and other times I'm spending time with Jane and Jody at their house, and sometimes at Susan's house, and this week was Kevin's house, and I'm just bouncing around all over the place. I just keep a bag packed, just in case. But, it's important for me to have a sense of home no matter where I go. I'm really learning that right now, that I really need to have that sense of home within me, because I can't depend on everybody else to create that for me. Now, St. Catherine of Siena says this. She says, make two homes for thyself, one actual home and another spiritual home, which thou art to carry with thee always. Good advice.
Yes.
Really, really good advice. Home is a divine idea. It really is a divine idea. And it manifests itself in our experience and in form. Sometimes it's an experience we have, and sometimes it's actually the form, the space itself, the place itself. It's important that we embrace and appreciate home in the heart of spirit, because when we appreciate home in the heart of spirit, when we appreciate the experience that we feel when we think of being at home in the heart of spirit, what happens is that becomes a great creative attractor. It's like this giant spiritual magnet that attracts the goodness of home to us everywhere we go. So when we really embody and embrace and appreciate that sense of spiritual home, we're attracting it everywhere. I can feel at home in my car sometimes, Anybody else like that? Sometimes you just feel like kind of cocooned in your car, and you got your favorite tunes, and you're cruising down the road, and it's like, yeah, I could live in this car until I get home. Sarah I always pronounce this wrong, Brefnack, I don't know how she pronounces it. The one that wrote the Abundance book.
Yeah.
Thank you. She said, be grateful for the home you have, knowing that at this moment, what you have is what you need. And we can always expand that sense of what we have with that spiritual sense of home in the heart of spirit. And when we appreciate the home that we have now, and we set an intention for a new home, it really opens us up to St. Catherine of Siena's advice. Create an actual home and a spiritual home. And we live ourselves into that. Just like right here, right now, this is our home for Suncoast right now. But home continues to evolve and to unfold in new and amazing ways. So while we are appreciative of where we are right now, we're also open to the next greater possibility, the next greater yet to be. So we're always open to Spirit's call for coming home, even to a new space. So the other thing that, sometimes in my own community in Seattle, we actually moved 9 times in 10 years.
Wow.
Not by choice, but it's just kind of how it unfolded. And finally, I got that part of my ministry was to start little churches. Like I was the Johnny Appleseed of this teaching, to start places in all these different places. And when I thought about it at the end of the time that I was there, I thought, we've probably impacted more people by being in all these various places than by staying in one place. And maybe that was the call. Maybe that was the ministry. It wasn't to build one big place in one spot, right? It was to build a lot of medium-sized places in a lot of different spots. And to awaken people so that they could continue to awaken for themselves. And what I noticed was, as we moved from spiritual home to spiritual home, what we did was express and take the warmth and the love and the comfort and the joy and the welcoming every place we went. So that people would walk into our new space and go, wow, it feels good in here. We didn't start over every time. We evolved every time. And we took more of us with us every time we moved. So being open to even what you think is like, wow, this is a drag, we have to pack and schlep. It's okay. Part of what you're packing and schlepping is the good stuff that we are. The part from the inside out. It's not just the stuff. And so we can create an expanded sense of community as we go, we deepen, and we grow. So, intending and finding our perfect spiritual home is a divine idea, and it's one that keeps bubbling up here in this spiritual community. We've done some visioning, and we've done some questioning, and some conversation, and it always comes up that it's on people's hearts and minds. That doesn't just happen by accident. Those are little seeds that are planted in the soil of your soul by Spirit itself, saying, maybe it's time to set down some roots somewhere. So that intention and that finding of our spiritual home is a divine idea seed that's been planted in all of our souls. That perfect spiritual home comes to us by right of consciousness. It's not something we have to effort for or freak out about. It's something that comes to us by divine right of consciousness. We do the work in consciousness, and we move our actual human feet and open up our human eyes, and we see what's coming through consciousness. And we apprehend it. We make ourselves available to it. In Proverbs, it teaches that through wisdom is a house built, and by understanding is it established. Those are things that are done in consciousness. Those are internal works, and they show up outwardly, externally. Consciousness, or what we think and understand about home, is what it is that we will manifest and experience. So whatever is on the inside, that's where the work is. That's where the focus is. That's where the attention is. Whatever goes on the inside, that's what will outpicture out here. It will be a mirror reflection of what's within us, and it'll show up outwardly. So the work is here. We tend to look out there, when really we should be looking in here, looking within. If we establish that home in mind, I guarantee that it will manifest in our outer experience. And very likely it will manifest even more than we're consciously aware of internally. It's amazing how it works that way. So it's important for us to be available to Spirit, to listen and follow Spirit's guidance, to reveal and to attract that perfect spiritual home. I know that it's out there. And it's waiting for us to awaken to its presence. And that awakening takes place within. And so we open to and we explore ideas and intentions of home that will meet and exceed our needs. Because we're also looking out for the needs of those that haven't even shown up yet. It's not all about us. It is all about us. And it's not about us. It's about beyond us. It's about the legacy we're creating for those who follow. So we are the foundation that create the legacy for those who come after. They stand on our shoulders just as we stand on the shoulders of those who've gone before. So we catch Spirit's vision and we pray not for the vision to unfold. The vision is already perfectly whole, complete in the mind of Spirit. We don't pray for that vision to unfold and manifest itself. What we pray for is to release everything that's between us and that vision that Spirit already has, complete, perfect, and whole. So we pray to release our smallness, to release our limitations, our sense of lack, our belief in anything other than that fulfilled vision that Spirit already holds. So we don't have to even create the thing, guys. It's already done. We just gotta open up. You know, what animal is it? There's some animal that they open their eyes, but they're still shut. You know, they have like
iguana or newt.
something, yeah, some kind of lizard or something. It's always a lizard. So, you know, so we're having lizard eyes. We've got to open up all those layers so that we can see clearly the perfect and complete vision that Spirit already holds for spiritual community, for spiritual home for us. And as we, you know, lift that fog, we lift that veil that stands between us and that perfectly formed vision, then all of a sudden we just walk right into it. How cool is that? The heavy lifting's already done. Right? So, we're called to trust in Spirit and to let go of any negativity or any disbelief and to release any attachments to how exactly it's going to unfold, how exactly it's going to look. Because I guarantee you, Spirit's idea is bigger than anything I've come up with so far. Right? So let that go. Let those real specifics go. Go for the experience you want to feel, the experience that you want to have. And then Spirit will fill in all the little details with things that, oh wow, wish I'd thought of that. That's cool. Right? And so we go into a quiet place within and we listen and we hear God. G-O-D. Good, orderly direction. And more importantly, we actually follow it into the next right steps for us. That's the biggest thing. You know, who was it? Albert Schweitzer. I love this quote. He said, the hardest thing I've ever had to do is to follow the guidance I've prayed for. I cannot tell you how many times. And I have to chuckle to myself and go, wow, I prayed for this guidance, here it came, and I'm like, okay, I was kind of having mine there. Yeah, knock it off. We can't do it. Actually, follow the guidance we pray for, right? Follow the unfolding. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added unto you. It's easier than we make it sometimes. You know how we are. We try to complicate stuff. Knock it off. So what we do is we make ourselves available in that quiet space to catch Spirit's vision of home beyond the holidays. Let's go home beyond the holidays, not just for the holidays, but for all time, wherever that home is, whenever that home is, however it unfolds, and however it may change, and however we may change and grow in the process of living into it. And we've been visioning and praying and discussing and conversing for a while now about this permanent spiritual home, this permanent space that we can call our own, where we can do lots more things than what we can do on a few hours on a Sunday, where we can really become robust and deep and vibrant and expansive and powerful spiritual community, not only for ourselves, but to invite those others in who maybe Sunday isn't the best time for them. You ever thought about that? I mean, this is like, you know, the whole idea of the Sunday experience reminds me of that old story where the woman's cooking for the holiday dinner and she cuts the ham in half and puts it in the thing and cooks it, and the kid says, why do you cut the ham in half and put the thing? And then she says, well, because grandmother did. So, grandmother, why did you cut the thing in half? Well, because my mother did. Okay, great. Great grandmother, why did you cut the thing in half, put it in the, because we didn't have a big enough pan. Well, now they have a big enough pan. So, you know, Sometimes we stick with an old idea just because it becomes a habit and we stop being conscious anymore. We stop thinking anymore. We need to be present. We need to be present. You know, to catch that guidance, to catch that vision, and let it catch us on fire. You know, we know that we're already home in Spirit's infinite universe, in the heart of Spirit, but that sense, that experience, that feeling can be made manifest in our human experience as well. It doesn't have to just remain an internal experience, it can be internal and external. It's not an either or, it's a both and. Pope John Paul II said, "A community needs a soul if it is to become a true home for human beings. You, the people, must give it this soul."
Amen.
You are the soul, the heart of this community. And whatever space we indwell, that is our home. Right now, this is it. And we have this sense of calling to something else unfolding. So we appreciate and be present to what's so, and we open to what's being revealed, to what's wanted. Right? So it's a both and. It's never an either or, it's a both and. So some of the things that have come up in our visioning, that sense of experience, has been a place to feed and to nurture the growing hunger for spirituality and a sense of wholeness in people in this area. You know some people. You might want to mention there's a place that they could maybe have some of that. You know people. You work with them, you play with them, you bump into them at the store or wherever. You might want to invite them home. Might want to consider inviting them home. The essence of this home that we are envisioning is the consciousness of unconditional love, where people feel loved and accepted for who they are. Not who they're becoming, who they are right in this moment, and who they're becoming. And who they're becoming. A place where we all feel welcome and respected and included and loved. Where there's a sense of belonging, like this is my home, this is my place, this is where I hang out, this is where I feel good, this is where I feel good even when I feel bad, because I know that I can fall down 7 times and somebody will help me get up 8. That's the sense of home that we're creating. It's a place of healing and of love and of learning. It's a place where we are the light of awakening in the world. We are the light of awakening. We are helping to create a world that works for everyone. We are creating a better world together for us to experience and for those who follow us to experience. Wouldn't you like to hand over an inheritance that's even more magnificent than the one you got? We can do that. We can most certainly do that. Aung San Suu Kyi said, "We will surely get to our destination if we join hands." Together we will establish and manifest the vision of a permanent spiritual home that we get to share, that we get to hold hands and walk into together and be there together, supporting one another in our greater unfoldment of being. Every idea, every intention has within itself the seed of full fruition, full blooming. We learned all about that in October when we did our whole seed plant everything series. And you know what? Our bean plants are like going like the hotcake. We're going to be able to be jacking the beanstalk pretty soon out there, or at least have a bean salad. So we planted seeds. And I hope many of you planted seeds of intention during that October series. And that you're seeing some of those start to pop up above the surface and to feel the experience of those seeds that you planted. You know, we plant our vision and our prayer of spiritual home into Spirit's soil, the soil within our own consciousness and in the greater consciousness. We plant those seeds of intention and they are nurtured by us and by Spirit. Our mind and divine mind nurture those ideas and intentions that we plant, and they bring it to full bloom, to full harvest. Imagine it. Just like if you doubt it, go outside to the garden where we planted those seeds and you'll see the outpicturing of the seeds that were planted. And the same thing happens for us individually and collectively, creating a space of home, a space of love, of welcoming, of truth, of light, of possibility. You know, as I have been kind of reflecting on, I was just talking to Tom Pittman last week about this, that, you know, as I reflect on that seed planting metaphor that we talked about all the month of October, you know, I realized that, you know, this happened in my own spiritual community in Seattle, and I see it sort of happening here as well, that we plant a Suncoast Center every week, and then we pull it up every week. It's kind of like, you know, those of us who are not very good green thumb people, sometimes we'll plant the seed and then we, you know, pull it out and go, are you growing? Well, not anymore. Put it back in. And so, you know, so every week we're planting a Suncoast Center for Spiritual Living, and then we're kind of pulling it out again. And then we come back the next week and we plant it again, and then we pull it out again. And, you know, so it can only grow so much in that way. And so I really feel like that it's time that we put down some roots and harvest the garden of the perfect spiritual home. It keeps coming up, and I don't think that that's accidental. It comes up through you every time we have that opportunity to vision or to converse. It always comes up, and it's not like somebody has the idea and go, oh yeah, me too. It's simultaneously people are coming with these ideas of spiritual home and what that feels like and what that would be like. So I'm saying, gosh, maybe it is time to really pay attention to that. To be available to be the creators of that garden. Right? An unknown author. I got this quote actually, or this reading from Michelle, and although it started with a Rumi quote, the whole rest of the thing, I'm not sure who the author is. So it's one of my favorite authors, unknown. So, but it's good. The call of spirit is a voice rising in the deepest part of our souls, reminding us that our family, our home, awaits. So let us fly away home into the depths of our souls where God awaits, where questions are not asked, where we are always welcome, always awaited. Does that sound like someplace you'd like to hang out? Yeah. Yeah, we can be that. We already are that. We can be that more, even more so. So, you know, I want to do something a little different this week. I created a PowerPoint prayer for manifesting our spiritual home, and I thought it might be really powerful if we recite it together and hold that prayer, and it will be on the website. If it's not already, it will be on the website. So let's do that. Jody's going to do the honors here, and I'll try to stay out of people's way, but let's recite this together. We need to keep clicking it. There is a divine, omnipotent power in the universe, an everlasting presence. It is peace, it is unity, and it is community. Its oneness presents itself everywhere. It is knowledge, ease, harmony, peace of mind. It is infinite possibility. It is the source and the home of everything. I am an infinite expression of it, and as it, I am one with the divine power. And it works through me and everyone in my spiritual community at Suncoast Center for Spiritual Living. It is already so in the mind of spirit. We graciously receive this blessing of the spiritual home to enjoy and share. We are beloved expressions of the One, a unified community celebrating our oneness. Our spiritual home is Spirit's home made manifest. People come from all over to experience the inclusivity of our spiritual home. Its beauty exemplifies the grace, blessings, miracle, and perfection of Spirit. As people arrive, they feel welcomed with love and joy. They experience the sacredness of their own spiritual path unfolding in the company and support of others on a similar path. We are blessed with ample space to meet our current needs, with room to grow as we expand our offerings. It is open and provides accessibility for all. It is beautiful. We invite everyone to experience a loving community in oneness with Spirit. As we enter the doors, a beautiful celebration space filled with vibrant energy greets us. There are plenty of comfortable seats and tables awaiting for us to occupy them. This is so right now in the mind of Spirit. Our spiritual home easily provides room for classes, higher education, gatherings, and Suncoast kids. Our children's program serves children of all ages, including a nursery, primary, and teen program. As we embrace lifelong learning and transformation, our bookstore has everything we need with ample space to help us grow spiritually. It also contributes to the financial health and wholeness of our spiritual community. The amenities in our spiritual home support and easily facilitate all our needs and desires. It supports our spiritual growth. Each classroom and area within is the perfect size and shape. All are blessed through our teachings and other offerings. As we celebrate together as a community, and as all these facilities create celebrations in fellowship, including a kitchen, adequate restrooms with wheelchair access. We are abundant and prosperous. Our home has an administrative area and staff and volunteers to support all we do. We are mindful and support our spiritual community through our tithes, offerings, and gifts. Suncoast Center for Spiritual Living blesses our lives. Our spiritual community deepens and grows with us as we support the evolution of Suncoast. We commit to leaving a legacy of love and transformation to those who come after us. All the perfect right people commit right now to attracting, accepting, and supporting the perfect property for our spiritual home. We are blessed and grateful for Spirit working through and as us as Suncoast Center for Spiritual Living. We live each and every day with an attitude of gratitude for our beautiful spiritual home and our loving spiritual community. I claim and give thanks for all the gifts that Suncoast has to offer the Tampa Bay community right here, now, and forever. I now release my word into the law and into the knowingness of Spirit. I let go, I let God, knowing it is so right now, and so it is. Thank you. Take that into your heart, and if you want to look at it again, it's on the website. And so, blessings on your journey of creating home beyond the holidays for you and those who follow, and so it is.
And so it is.